some people have left wounded by their own brethren. What I heard, this is what he said. That's what scatters churches. Jesus said, who does not gather with me scatters. If you see church grow, after a while, it drops. There is a training that needs to happen there. Your people and their mouths. Let me tell you something about building a great church. If you don't train yourself, your pastors, and your church on the discipline of proper speech, you will be laboring. The thing will move up, it will go down. It will move on. You know what is deflating the tire? Your people. Anybody that left church, it is somebody who drove them away with their mouth. Growing a big church is not hard. There are issues that if we don't master, you'll be wondering what is going on. We have done well. We did this, but we don't understand what is going on. The leaders and their mouth, starting with the first man. What comes out of your mouth? You cannot grow a church beyond the power of your words. See this church now. With words now, you can call it, it will triple. But with bad mouth, it will scatter again. When people come to the house of God, give their life to Christ, help make it a home for them. This is what James chapter 1, you can even show them the verse. If anyone claims to be religious, you think you're a Christian, and does not bridle his tongue, control his tongue, his religion is in vain. You see one thing that can make a mess of all your Christian life? Do you know why Satan fell? Slander. Who did he speak? This is another prohibited speech in the scripture. That one is called slander. Do you know what slander is? Now, to speak evil things or bad things about people behind their back. Slander is character assassination. This is the level of respect you have for this guy. By this time this guy finishes talking to you about the same guy, the thing drops. Somebody has slandered another person. Somebody killed somebody behind him. This is how you used to respect your pastor. But because of what this person said, when he now comes, you'll be looking at him like this. You see, you can't grow. You won't receive. No matter the blessing that pronounce him, somebody poisoned your heart. But let me give you a warning. The scripture prohibits slander. And the scripture prohibits listening to slander. Because slander destroys the one that speaks it. And slander destroys the person that is hearing it double. Did you hear that smoking is dangerous to your health? Smoking will affect the smoker. But smoking affects the people who sit around inhaling the same. I know two people who had cancer of the lung, and they said, but Pastor, I don't smoke. I said, does your friend smoke? He said, yes. He said, sometimes we go to the club and the thing will feel everywhere. I said, that's how you got it. You get it by, you can get certain things by association. Lucifer was destroyed by slander. He slandered God. But 1/3 of the angels were destroyed by listening to slander. Let me give you another example. God gave the children of Israel a promised land. He said it's a land flowing with milk and honey. Moses sent spies, 12 spies, to go look at the land. 10 brought slander against the land. They brought an evil, what God said, flowing with milk and honey. Do you know what they said? It's a land that eats up his inheritance. They brought some nasty word about the land. Those 10 people out of the 12 that went died. They died. Go read the story. Numbers 13 and 14. They died. But then the children of Israel that they told the slander lost the promised land. They were punished, wandering around the wilderness for 40 years until all of them died off. It is not only the slanderers that were destroyed. 3 million people lost their life, lost their future, lost their destiny, lost the promise of God, the promised land, because of listening to slander. There is a difference between being a talebearer and being a slanderer. In slander, you talk behind. Sometimes you tell lies. In talebearing, you can be telling the truth. Even if it's true, you are still not allowed to say it. I saw him with my 2 eyes. You still cannot say it. You are supposed to die with people's secrets. Do you know how many things God knows about you? Do you know how many things you've been confessing to him? Will you like him to put it on billboard, let a whole world hear it? Do you know why we can trust him? It's not only that he is faithful, he keeps confidence. All of you must learn to be a covenant keeper. When people share their secret, that's another prohibited word. You never share another person's secret without their permission. Even if it's good secret, in the name that you want to. No, ask them if they want it in the public domain. There might be some things as couple you don't want for public consumption. But there's this guy that comes to your house, so he now has access to some information. He carries it. Breaking people's trust, sharing their confidentiality is a prohibited talk. God will never take you anywhere because he knows you can't be trusted. God is one thing to trust in God, it's another thing for God to trust you. You never betray people with your tongue. Never. Marriages don't work because people are perfect. If you see 2 people who stayed till you, there are 2 people who forgive each other a lot. There are people that God called here. They are somewhere wandering about as vagabond. No home, no address. Because slander, betrayals. This is the biggest weakness of the Igbos. One of their biggest weakness. They will destroy their own and then want to go somewhere and get it. They won't give it to you. And for me, I have found another instruction in the New Testament. Forgiveness is one level. New Testament now teaches that you should forbear one another. So there is forgiveness and there is forbearance. Forbearance is give people room to make mistakes and grow. Give them room. It's like forgive them ahead of time. Write the check ahead of time. And allow them to be themselves. Forbearance. Give people room to be themselves. Let them be children. Let them grow. They don't have to be walking on air. Do you know you operate like this? All your marriages will succeed.